So last night was wicked. Following the success of the G-Shock and Central C event earlier this year, I was actually invited back to speak on their panel once again, this time for their Known Source collab in Mayfair. Known Source are a collective of independent clothing businesses that offer a curated collection of high-quality, timeless designer and pre-loved items from high-end fashion and streetwear brands. And the whole premise of this event was to celebrate G-Shock's unbreakable legacy over the last 4 decades and the fashion movements that coincided, matching the likes of the 5600 with the rave and acid house scene of the 80s, the hip-hop and skate scene of the 90s being represented by the 6900, the GA110 for the Y2K movement, as well as the GA2100 for now and the next generation. Now, as always with these kinds of events, it's very important what one wears. So let's do a quick fit check. As you can see from all this sunshine already, it's actually really hot in the UK right now, but it did cool down a slight bit. So I thought I'd go for a cool tee and some jeans. As you can see, I've got this oversized green or khaki tee that I picked up from Next actually, along with some Carpenter Carhartt jeans, which I actually picked up from a really cool local American vintage store. On feet, I've got the Adidas and Bape Superstars that dropped earlier this year, which nicely pairs with this Bape GM6900 that dropped in 2023 to celebrate both Bape's and G-Shock's anniversary. We like to nicely tie things in here. So yeah, outfit sorted, let's get to London. So yeah, hopped in the train, headed straight to Waterloo, met up with the boys, the team, the squad. We grabbed some Farmer J's for some pre-match fuel, if you know, you know. And of course, naturally, we had to take a quick pit stop in the G-Shock store on Carnaby Street. And as always, they had loads of the latest releases, including Volume 2 of the Hidden Glow series, which is actually in partnership with Marvel's Fantastic Four here in the UK, plus some wicked MRGs I hadn't yet seen in person. Need to get my hands on an MRG Casio still, plus that new green MRG Frogman is an absolute beast, and would have very nicely matched the fit today too. By the way, I'd definitely recommend paying a visit if you're ever in the Big Smoke. The team give off a super welcoming vibe and are happy to answer any questions, let you try anything on, etc. Just a great place to be. Anyway, as you can imagine, this place is very dangerous for me, so on to the event. We arrived a bit early and got some cool shots of the store, and straight away you could really feel that G-Shock Sessions energy. So this panel was hosted by Steve Langsford-Beale, a well-known journalist, and alongside me on the panel was Jeffrey Yam, such a cool guy who heads up business and marketing for Jason Mark, and is also a big watch collector. So naturally we vibed straight away off our love for trainers and G-Shocks. The panel talk itself went really well too. Super engaged audience, loads of cool questions. Here's a quick few clips.
What do you think makes a decent collaboration?
I think what makes a really good collaboration is when it's a proper crossover. Using this watch as an example, if you're familiar with the brand Bape, you can see from a long way away that there's the infamous, the Bape pattern, as well as you can tell it's a G-Shock, therefore to pair it together nicely. Going back to your Royal Navy comment though, loved the Frogman that they released a few years ago, where it was like real battleship grey and navy colourway, which was clear again that there was something a bit different about that one, and again it was a really cool watch. So yeah, I think when it's a true crossover, not just like two brands going, oh yeah, we should probably do something together. It's a real, this is my idea, let's bring it together and make it so clear. That wasn't meant to rhyme, but it sounded quite good, didn't it?
No, I think Andrew hit it nail on the head. Like it's a good collaboration comes from authenticity. If two brands synergize and actually meet at a point where they can both agree on authenticity, quality, storytelling, it's really hard to miss.
And any sort of dream collaborations that you'd love to see?
I'd like to do a G-Shock. I think it would be cool to see actually some car makers, like maybe Mercedes-Benz and Casio and stuff like that, because I already see some stuff like that with AMG.
I'm going to say the same as Jeffrey. I'd like to see a personal collab with Time Drops, of course. I think the one that sprung to mind, which wasn't necessarily on my 2025 bingo card, was Crocs. But that's it. I mean, I'm a dad, so naturally, as soon as I became a dad, I fell in love with Crocs as well. And I always thought, that'd be quite a cool crossover. I've got something for every season. And then, a few months ago when they obviously announced it, again, another proper crossover where you can dismantle the bezel and put it alongside your Crocs. Very cool collab. So yeah, it was a cool one. But yeah, similar sort of thing. I think automotive, maybe more in the sport world. I've got a love for football, but I know that when you limit yourself to one team, for example, you're ruling out a lot of others. Again, I think they've smashed it already this year, and as I say, there's a lot of collabs I almost would have loved to see have been done already. So it's great, and I guess more of those.
Andrew, what do you think is why do you think subculture and G-Shock get along so well?
Yeah, no, I think it does, and I think for me, I got into G-Shocks from the hip-hop scene of the sort of mid-2000s, sort of teenage years, the likes of Pharrell, Lil Wayne, Kid Cudi, etc. Very much a sort of era where it was like, popping yellow trainers, yellow G-Shock, yellow t-shirt, yellow hat, maybe even yellow earrings if you're feeling punchy. So yeah, that's how I got into the brand originally. But again, you go to a skate park and everyone's wearing G-Shocks there, and it's just almost two worlds that wouldn't normally colliding. And you know, again, conversation starters, middle ground, all that good stuff. So yeah, I think it just captured it perfectly. And whether it's functionality, obviously if you're falling off a skateboard, you need something that's going to be a bit robust. And then equally, if you want to keep it crisp and clean to match your trainers, equally as crisp and clean, I think again they've got something for that as well. So I think that's how they've just nailed it across all subcultures.
And if you guys had to define one word for G-Shock outside of Unbreakable, what's it going to be?
Timeless?
Iconic. Go enjoy the event. Yeah, have a wicked night.
So yeah, really enjoyed it. Great to chat through one of the things I love most with other people. So yeah, really, really cool. Hope you enjoyed it too. We then kicked back and enjoyed the night. Walked around the exhibition some more. I was really loving all the Avarex stuff especially. It really took me back to my teenage years. The days of academics tracksuits with the A9 or the Lot 29 hoodies. I used to have this really cool black Lot 29 hoodie with a massive Marvin the Martian on the back. Wish I could rebuy that one. But yeah, if you like some of these high-end streetwear brands yourself, then definitely go and hit up Known Source. But as always, the best bit about the night was getting to meet some of you guys. Had some really cool conversations, and just a massive thank you to all of you again for showing love. It truly does hit different, and I really, really appreciate it. So yeah, thank you. As always, it was also really cool to catch up with the G-Shock team. Loads of exciting things in the pipeline, guys, so stay tuned. And yeah, that was a wrap. What a year it's been so far, man. And while these events, of course, mark real significant achievements for me, I can't help but feel like we're just getting started. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.